On this episode of Four Strokes Adventure, is Elon Musk the Henry T. Ford of our era? What is Tesla's impact on the automotive industry? So, cue the music. So before we could actually get into taking a look at Elon Musk's impact on the automotive industry, we have to take a look at some of his background. Before SpaceX, before Tesla, most people are not aware of that he was involved with several other companies to build his wealth. His first endeavor, what most people don't realize, is a computer software company called Zip. And so a lot of times files are very, very big, and you need to be able to transport it through a thumb drive or over the internet. And these files are not easy to transport, and so you need a software to compress it to make it easy to move from one computer to another computer. And so he worked with his brother, as the story goes, day and night to be able to produce this company. Got very, very successful, and actually sold his original company Zip to Hewlett Packard or Compaq, one of those big companies, and he became really rich. And by most standards, at this point in time, most people would actually just retire on an island such as Hawaii, and enjoy life. But of course, we know Elon Musk is not that type of person. He is an entrepreneur, an adventurer, and a creator, a builder. And so from Zip, he went to another company, created another company. You might know it as PayPal. And we all know PayPal because when you're purchasing items through eBay or Amazon, he creates this company, to be able to move around currency, sort of like an internet bank. And by itself, PayPal is revolutionary in itself. So he doesn't stop there. And then after that, when he sells PayPal, then he becomes quite wealthy. And so this is one of the things you have to keep in mind is when you take a look at Tesla, SpaceX. These are huge projects, which shows kind of Elon Musk's ambition. And so this is where you get to really try to see his genius, or at least the impact on the automotive industry. He buys this small company called Tesla. And I know what you're thinking. Tesla is Elon Musk's company. No. Originally, this was actually a small startup where they actually had a two-seater roadster. And so he was able to take this gem. He kind of seen the potential with this, that the fact that it was a two-seater roadster with a high potential. It was very slick made. It had a good torque and a good speed and a good range. And so he knew that this was actually a good starting point to start an EV company. So he was very smart about his choice. And so I think this was one of the first mistakes that the automotive industry made, was the fact that when he was producing the Roadster, most people didn't take him that seriously. This was a niche car in a niche product in a niche market. But this actually gave him an opportunity to be able to, this gave him the runway to be able to do a number of really important things. He was able to produce a good team. He was able to build production. He was able to tackle design issues. And most importantly, he was able to build a brand. So this was, in my opinion, where he was a true genius. He was able to take that concept and to be able to Tesla and to be able to sell it to not the mass market. So he was smart about that. He knew he couldn't compete with Mercedes or Ford or GM or Toyota or Honda. He knew he couldn't do that, but he knew he was a niche market. So he marketed towards the rich consumer who was very eco-friendly. And so he realized very early on that he's building a brand. So when people say something like, why are you buying a Tesla? It is because people are not just buying a Tesla because of the electric part. They're actually buying into the idea of electric cars. They're buying of clean energy and being good to the environment. But Elon Musk was very smart. Not only did he do that, but he packaged the Tesla in a really, really smart way. It's very sleek, it's very well designed, and it almost has elements of kind of a Steve Jobs type of type of feel. Steve Jobs is that you're not just buying a computer, you're not buying just a cell phone. There's the aesthetics of it, but it is also the functionality. And then I guess this was really what makes kind of Elon Musk a really brilliant guy. So you're not just buying a product, you're buying an idea. And so those people who are really into Tesla, myself included, you're buying into an idea of a clean future. So what about the future of Tesla? Well, in a recent article, I actually seen a picture of a Tesla and a driver looking into the rear view mirror and seeing pictures of an image of Volkswagen, of GM, of Ford in the background. And the title actually was Tesla losing the dominant position in the electric vehicle market. And of course, I kind of find this very amusing because there's a lot of things that Tesla has done that still keeps it in a number one position. Now, of course, it's very hard to say. The industries change. At one point in time, GM and Ford were the actual dominant players. And of course, over time, things will change. But there's a couple of things that I think people kind of forget beyond the base idea. I mean, yes, Ford, GM, Mercedes, these are all well-established companies with deep pockets, the machinery in place. But there's things that, even as Tesla, as a relatively new company, it has advantages that other companies does not. And a couple of advantages I'll suggest is, one is the idea of battery technology. So Tesla has been doing a lot of experimenting on battery technology. So I wouldn't be surprised that if Tesla is in kind of a more advanced stages of solid state batteries, which is a special type of battery to extend out the range of a vehicle. So that's one of the biggest problems of EVs and the general adoption of EVs. And also artificial intelligence and self-driving. So Tesla very early on has a whole network of vehicles that are connected together and producing data. And because of this producing data, Tesla is sort of far ahead because all this data is helping to be able to create self-driving, prototypes or algorithms, however you want to call it. So they're way ahead in terms of that. And then the final thing, and I think this is the software and the general design, Tesla actually has a number of charging stations. And so this is a huge problem, regardless of whether it's Tesla or it's going to be Ford Mach-E or any other company that Nissan Leaf or the new Chevy products. There's not enough infrastructure. And one of the actually clear benefits of a Tesla vehicle is actually charging stations. So if you like this kind of content, I'll actually, if you like the opinion piece, and please let me know, leave a comment below. And as always, give me a like and see you next time.